everybody, Max and Mitchell here for IGN Plays Live. Mitchell,
What's up, everyone?
What are we playing today?
We are playing Sonic Mania, and oh my god, Max, I'm real excited to be able to play this on live.
So yeah, this is of course the new old style Sonic game. This is out on, is it on everything?
I think it's on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out on PC yet. I think the release date is like
Okay.
August 29th or something on PC.
But yeah, this is going to be coming to Xbox One, PS4, and Switch, and yeah, it's going to get out there and people are going to play it. And everything I've heard about this sounds like they took kind of what made the original classic Genesis Sonic games
For sure.
really good, and they add some stuff, but they didn't screw it up apparently. So
Yeah, you know, like they've done 2D Sonic games well before, but this is the first one I think that is actually going back way to the past of the original Genesis games. You don't get like your little boost mechanic. You just get your roll. You get
no
jumps,
polygons.
no
Just
polygons,
all pixels and sprites and whatnot.
and we're gonna jump right into it. What do you say?
Cool, let's do it. Now you played a bit of this, right?
I played more than a bit.
Okay.
I've beaten the game.
You beaten the game? Okay.
Yep.
And now you said something earlier to me that sounded interesting. You want to try to beat this game
I
in the
would-
course
so-
of this live stream.
So we can let the chat decide what we should do. I'm gonna play these first couple levels pretty fast because I've played a lot of the first few levels.
You got to go fast.
You gotta go fast.
Yes.
Gotta go faster, faster, faster. Sonic X. So yeah, but you know, maybe people want to see the exploration aspect.
Yeah,
of this
yeah. I
level.
mean, I'm going to
So-
jump in the chat right now and see what people have to say about it. Now, I know we're probably going to get some people coming in and angry about how IGN allegedly hates Sonic the Hedgehog. Frequent topic of debate because my chucklehead friends decided to make fun of our blue friend on, I think it was GameScoop or something. But,
Yeah.
yep.
Well,
People are actually being pretty nice so far.
I for one
YouTube,
love
and-
Sonic, and you know what? IGN is a big company. There are people with many different opinions.
Yeah.
I am a big fan.
I like Sonic when he's got his little pot belly.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. That's
You like classic Sonic?
Yeah, I like classic Sonic. What I'm really interested about is how what is it, Sonic? God, I'm losing track of all the words they attach. Sonic, the other one that comes out after this. It's like 2.5D.
Forces. There you go.
Sonic
Yeah,
Forces. Okay, I was thinking Boom. That's not right. That's something very different.
Nope. That is
Not
very
right at all.
bad. That's a very bad game.
Scarves and Bandages edition.
Sonic Boom is never good.
Yeah. So, oh man, this looks great.
Yeah. So really quick to like go before you go into your thought.
Yeah.
So there's two different special levels or bonus levels in Sonic
This is
Mania.
weird.
Yeah. So
I totally don't hate this at all.
this is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said before no polygons.
Right.
I lied. There
You
are
totally
polygons.
lied. But no, like, I mean, I'm so used to the kind of the bonus stage being like, whoop, 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 that like kind of switching.
That is
But
here.
But there's like a certain amount of wiggle here. Like
Yeah. So basically what's going on is I'm chasing after the Chaos Emerald. The blue orbs bring up my speed. The rings will keep me in the level. My rings keep going down more and more and more. You gotta get rings to stay in the level, but you gotta get blue orbs to go faster so you can catch the Chaos Emerald.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sonic. But yeah, so
Gotta go fast.
what I was saying was in Sonic Forces, there is like 3D Sonic Adventure Sonic, but then also little pot-bellied classic Sonic.
Yeah.
And they both exist in the same timeline? Or
Yeah, I
something?
think they said that
They're
there
like
was
cousins?
I think they said that they're kind of rebooting the Sonic lore, I guess. I don't really know how to say it. But it's no longer classic Sonic and modern Sonic. It's like they're two entities that exist in the same plane of existence.
Well, it's an interesting sort of dynamic because I feel like whereas somebody says like, oh, I like Mario, you're like, oh, so Mario's the same Mario pretty much throughout.
Yep.
Obviously, there's different iterations and interpretations, but Sonic has gotten sort of these reboots and these like redesigns, and there's Sonic X, and Shadow, Hedgehog.
I'm just keeping this up so you can keep your thought going. Keep going.
You probably do this longer than I can. Yeah, so I mean, I've never been particularly passionate one way or the other about Sonic. I liked them. I'm a kid of the '90s, so like I played these games growing up. I was never great at them, but I always liked that he was kind of like a more, he's a faster, a little bit more edgy Mario.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was always kind of platform agnostic. because I was 4, and regardless, I just wanted to play a video game.
Yeah, I was a Genesis kid because I don't think my mom knew better. And
wrong
yeah.
with Genesis. I mean, there's plenty wrong with Genesis, but it's fine.
Oh god, I hate these springs that just kill your momentum.
Yeah. That's always a bummer.
Yeah.
Get derailed. Well, it could be worse. It could be spikes. So I've heard there are like some new mechanics in here aside from the sort of the bonus stage stuff. Sonic do new tricks?
Yes, you can. So I've been kind of doing it, but one of the cool new things, and one of probably the greatest addition to Sonic Mania. Hold on, first of all, I'm gonna go real fast. But you have this jump dash now.
Oh yeah,
so,
that looks great. Okay.
Well, no, this is actually
not that? Okay.
That's not that. This is the fire shield.
Okay.
But if I stop going real fast for a sec, if I hold down the jump button when I'm in the air, I'll start charging my spin dash in the air. So I don't have to like stop my momentum completely. Do this. I can just while I'm in the air, I can just jump.
Now, it feels natural to you? Like
yeah.
Okay.
So one of the problems with some Sonic games is that if you get hit, you kind of lose your flow. You kind of lose your momentum.
Right.
Whereas in Sonic Mania, all it takes to get up to speed again is just a quick jump and a hold or like a press of the button. So it's a really great addition and something that I think really modernizes the classic Sonic feel.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I always like that Sonic does sort of have. I feel like more kind of the old games are more mechanically varied than like Mario for the most part. I mean, like I don't want to get in like a console war thing there. But I mean, just as a kid, I remember feeling like, oh, like you can. I don't know. It felt kind of more gimmicky. In a certain way. This is interesting.
Yep, that's Eggman and his Robo Bros. I actually don't know the names of
the Robo Bros.
Those villains.
You fake Sonic fan.
I'm a fake Sonic fan.
I love how just like corny stuff like that, like a big circular wipe, and then we inverted the colors. Like that was,
Oh, Max, this is my favorite Sonic song of all time.
Yep.
So good. And actually, I would say this is probably my favorite level in Sonic Mania too. I think it has the best balance of gotta go fast and that sprawling level design that that Sonic games are really known for. A lot of people think that Sonic is just about going fast. It's not. It's also about really big levels that allow for a ton of exploration, and more importantly than that, I think it's the idea that if you miss a jump, you don't die. You just you go to a different part of the level. Well, sometimes if you miss a jump, you die, but usually missing a jump in Sonic means you go to a different part of the level that maybe you haven't seen before, because you usually would make that jump. I think that's a really interesting design philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh, but I hate getting smushed.
Oh, I don't.
No, this is good. I'm actually doing this on purpose.
I don't know. I don't like the water. The water always stresses me out. I get flashbacks.
It's all right. There's a method to madness.
All right. There you go. Nicely done. Komuro Tetsu in the YouTube chat says Sonic Mania is at 86% on Metacritic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Like I know
that's exactly what I would give it.
Nobody wants you'd give it an 8.6 out of 10.
8.6.
Yeah, there you go.
Very specific. It's slightly better than 8.5.
Yeah. No, I mean it's nobody wants there to be bad games, you know? I think Sonic gets dealt some bum hands here and there. Because I mean also I remember reading that so Sonic Boom, as a game, didn't do so hot. Like it did not. It wasn't received that well. I don't think it did well. I don't think it met their expectations commercially. I feel like that was the thing. However, they had a TV show to go with it, and they had merchandise to go with it.
You know, the TV show is actually surprisingly funny.
Really?
Yeah. If you've never watched it, they do a good job with the TV show.
I think I've seen some gifs from it or something, like where it's just calling out like the weird sort of self-aware humor they have in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. That's the thing about Sonic that's interesting is as a video game character, like first and foremost, I think he's one of the first instances of like a successful video game character who spun off into other media and became like a brand. You know, we've gotten a bunch of different cartoon shows and stuff like that, and tons of toys. And like Mario sort of had that, but then not really. Like Nintendo's gotten very weird and shrewd in later years, and I don't think Crash Bandicoot ever. Was there a Crash TV show ever?
I don't think there was. There was. Do you remember the Donkey Kong Country TV show?
I tried really hard not to.
Oh man.
Ooh, that was not a good one. Yeah.
If you ever want to have a visual history of how far 3D graphics have come, watch the Donkey Kong Country.
That's pretty painful. That was around the Donkey Kong 64 era too, I think. Like, that was.
Oh man, I want to say it was even earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
oh no!
vaguely remember that.
I hate that one. Ah!
Let's see.
The #1 cause of death in Sonic games, getting smushed.
Getting smushed is no good. It's very bad for real hedgehogs too. don't smush them.
Don't smush hedgehogs. Oh, I did it again! What the? There was no way I could have avoided that.
Pelagius asks on Twitch, who's winning? I think Mitchell's winning right now. So, you know.
Tails, let go of me! Tails, let go of me!
So one game that I previewed that I thought was pretty decent was what was it? It was Sonic.
Colors?
No, was it? I don't know if it was Sonic branded or Sega. It was the kart racing. It was the All Stars Transform racing, whatever.
Transform.
And there was like a Panzer Dragoon car you could play as, and like
it was like a weird Smash Brothers style mashup of Sega properties, but in a kart racing game.
Yeah, that was okay, wasn't it?
It was a pretty good game.
It wasn't, I think people looked at it and they were like, the first one sucked. And I was like, well, first video games frequently suck. The second one is where they iterate on the stuff they did wrong the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna live up to my promise of beating this game in 2 hours max. I don't think I'm making good time.
That's okay. You don't have to go that fast. Collapsible says the Sonic games have much nicer aesthetics than Mario. That's a bold statement. I think they're very, very different. But I would say that Sonic is more of a cohesive look. I mean, when you look at classic Sonic, whereas you look at the difference between Mario Brothers 1 and then 2, which is Doki Doki Panic, and then World, and they're very different. Like there's no I don't mean Mario's jumped around and how portrayed Sonic has too. Yeah,
well, one of the things I like about Sonic is that the levels almost feel like it's kind of like a world. We're in a chemical plant zone right now. In Casinopolis, we're in a strange city that's all casino based.
Yeah, it's not just straight surrealism. Which is what I mean. Honestly, I think you could argue that Sonic the Hedgehog is Cyberpunk.
Sure.
Given that you've got Dr. Robotnik taking organic life forms and turning them into machines. That's what he's doing, right? He's got all those baby chickens and television sets.
Yeah, he's taking small animals, putting them into robots.
But this is look at this dystopian chemical plant. This is clearly there's problems with corporations and stuff. This is you could make a very probably unsettling realistic interpretation of this. Whereas if you made a realistic interpretation of Mario, it would look like a dolly painting. It's just
people have tried.
Yeah. I love that though. I'm glad that I think there was a second there where it's not that Sonic ever really disappeared. He's always been around, but it was always he was kind of it was kind of B-list compared to Mario. The games kind of declined, and then there were occasionally here and there spikes of interest, but there's always been a very hardcore fan base.
Yeah, so we encountered a part in this game that I think is the perfect metaphor. I'm just going in circles here. I feel like we encountered a part in this game earlier that is kind of the perfect metaphor for a Sonic game, where you go really fast through a tunnel and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you hit a bumper that sends you back, and you gotta slowly make your way to get your momentum back.
But it doesn't kill you. It doesn't just be you're done.
Yeah, I feel like Sonic 06 was that red bumper that sent Sonic back a mile, and they had to slowly work their way back.
They're making a movie.
For Sonic the Hedgehog?
For Sonic the Hedgehog, they're making a live-action CGI hybrid movie. It got announced a while ago, and there's a teaser poster, which might be fake. There's a bunch of weird kind of fan casting jobs on IMDb, but I think it's going to happen. It's supposed to come out next year, and people attached to it are really interesting. I believe the CG is going to be done by Blur Studios, who are the guys who did all of those awesome CG trailers for games, and then is one of the guys who's worked on a bunch of really dirty National Lampoon movies, but then I want to say was attached to the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing exactly, but I think they're if we got a Sonic the Hedgehog movie with real people in it, I'd be kind of okay with that. I don't know. It sounds really. People have done like fan films that kind of work.
Oh, that was a really cool moment right there. But yeah, that sounds very strange. I don't know how I feel about that.
I hope he kisses a real human woman. That's really all I need my hedgehogs to do.
Well, that was kind of Sonic 06. Sonic 06 had a love interest. That was.
Yeah, I know. That's
a woman.
The part that a lot of people are like, please don't.
It was a pretty lady.
Yeah, please don't bring that up.
Yeah.
So, something I think is really funny about this is the file size for this game is like 150 megs.
This is my favorite boss of the game, by the way.
Oh, whoa. Oh, nice.
We're playing Puyo Puyo.
You're in a Mean Bean Machine.
Yep.
The first level music for Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is some of my favorite video game music ever. It's just like weird, like poopy fart techno. I think it's great.
I'm gonna try to set this up.
Get in there. Oh, you're doing this.
I actually don't really know the strategy of Mean Bean Machine or Puyo Puyo. I'm just trying to.
I don't either, actually.
I'm fortunate that Eggman is real bad at this game too.
When I was a kid, I thought like this is like one of my embarrassing kind of gamer stories. I first played Tetris at my friend's house on his Game Boy, and there's a picture of the Kremlin on the cartridge. Like I'm like, oh, it's a castle, and there's blocks falling. I'm like, you're supposed to build a castle. That's not what that game's about, and I never actually really. It took me a little while to figure out what it was actually about. But I would just play, and I was like, "This is great music," and I'd lose, and I'd be like, "I have no idea why I lost," and I'm like, "I want to hear that music again." So I would just play it some more. I was like, "That's probably like 5." What do you guys want to talk about? Hit us up in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch and on YouTube. Yeah, Don Optical Dinos says this looks really fun, to be honest. It's a Sonic game. It's like a proper old school Sonic game, which is great.
Yeah, and like I said before, it's not like Sega's never done or hasn't done 2D Sonic games.
No, but they've done like the sort of modernized take on them. They were on, 3DS or whatever. There's something nice about just. I think also the fact that it looks the same, but then you notice that it's in widescreen.
Yeah.
So that's like a nice little touch there. Also, I love that they literally put you in the machine. That's awesome.
Usually I'm supposed to drop out of here. I think I might have hit a bug back.
Uh-oh.
I think I might be stuck here forever. Oh no! Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay,
You got it. All right.
Usually it launches you out of there real quick.
MD3 Gaming asks, how did you start reviewing games? I don't actually review games anymore. Do you review games?
I had my very first review go up this morning.
What did you review?
Matterfall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I gave
as your first review. Like, what was?
I thought it was a perfect first review because it was low priority.
Mm-hmm.
It was a short game, so I was able to work on it in addition to doing my other things. I did genuinely like the game.
Yeah.
My only issue, even though it was one of the things that made it such a good game for me to review, was that it was super short. Like it's only 2 hours long.
Yeah.
But
that's Housemarque, so
yeah,
they're prone to like being a lot of collectibles and kind of.
There's actually not that many collectibles.
Really? Okay.
There's only like 3 collectible humans in
Okay.
each collectible humans
Weird.
in each level, and they're very easy to find. So it's not like you're gonna go back.
Is it? Do they do like score-based or time attack or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
so
they always have like an arcadey level. For
It's
this
well,
stuff.
here's the thing. Like it is a score-based game, but they do not have a time attack or a challenge mode or anything.
Odd.
And that was kind of my main issue with that game. Because
There you go.
it's a score attack game, but it's just not that fun to score attack in the campaign mode. You gotta deal with long load times. You gotta deal with a lot of traversal. And
so back to this question though, you got your start doing like video stuff for Game Rights?
Well, that was oh god.
You were working. You did PR at one point. Like,
I did.
You've been all over the place.
I've been all over the place. I got my start doing reviews and guides and stuff, I would say, at smaller sites and kind of worked my way up.
Did you just start doing it? Like, did you just find a place that would let you do it? You just kind of started.
Pretty much. You got, the thing about this industry is that you gotta kind of be willing to accept jobs for very little pay because that's kind of the industry that we live in.
Yeah, that's also. I mean, if you want to make stuff about video games, just start doing it. Like, make a Twitch channel, make a YouTube channel, whatever it is.
It's easier than ever.
Start a blog, and then if you wind up in a situation where, you're Like you have some. That's your sample. That's your portfolio right there.
Yep.
Oh,
Tails! Why'd you do that?
Tails, go to the space.
Oh, Tails is making my life miserable right now. I'm sorry to interrupt your
No, it's all right.
Oh no! Now I hesitate.
But yeah, like I don't know. I've been doing this I got my start in 2000. I don't know. It's like I was an unpaid intern doing video game stuff, and then I liked it, so I kept trying to do it. And there was a lot of parts where it wasn't happening and wasn't working, and I love this. I love that
Yeah,
truck.
this is
That
awesome.
truck is so cool.
In general, like there's so many cool little Sonic gadgets out, I'll call them, that just make you go fast in really unique ways. And Studiopolis is a real good example of that. There's a couple other stages later on that are really good examples. Chemical Plant Zone is probably my favorite. But yeah, this level's great, and also
Yeah.
this is so of the 3 levels that we've seen so far. This is the first one that is entirely original.
I was gonna ask that. It gives me kind of like that carnival zone. Is that what it's called? Or I think
Casinopolis?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a carnival one?
I'm
like there's a
not
carnival level. I don't know.
I'm not gonna give a firm answer
Okay.
because I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind.
I'd
though.
say my most recent and this is exactly how old I am. My most recent recollections of old school 2D Sonic was when I was in high school, which was half my lifetime ago. There was a kid who had like an emulator on one of the school computers. Whenever the teacher wasn't looking, he was supposed to be doing whatever schoolwork he was doing. He would just be like grinding away in Sonic, and there was always like one level. It's like a canister. You guys tell us in the chat. Am I crazy? Is there carnival? Is there a carnival part? But yeah, there was like there's this one tube part that just he'd always get screwed up with. This looks awesome. This looks great.
This is a weird boss battle because the screen is constantly moving. Oh, damn it. The screen is constantly moving, and you're also going really fast, but it doesn't really look like you're going really fast because you're not moving forward. So it's a little weird to try to jump over those things.
Eggnog.
But yeah, bosses are a mixed bag in Sonic Mania. They're probably like my biggest complaint, but they're also one of the high points.
When they work,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably revisit the original games and make the same argument, because bosses are like that. No matter, like, if there are 3 bosses and one of them rules, then the other 2 kind of suck by comparison. You know, it's balancing bosses is not an easy thing.
For sure. What's going on with the chats?
Astro G7 is, do you guys think an updated Street Fighter, that's the whole, oh, did you say, what are you talking about? A new updated Street Fighter, all right, on the Switch. Well, so Capcom put out a Street Fighter 2 with like a kind of, like an overhaul. That was just like a remake of one that was on, I think, other consoles recently.
The Street Fighter 2 like Hyper Edition.
Yeah, which was like, I think that I just want to see more games on Switch. Like, I just want to see. I don't care. Like, they could be games I don't necessarily want to play, and I'll be like, I want to play that on my Switch.
Do you think you're gonna play this game on your Switch?
I might jump on that.
I feel like this is like one of the perfect games.
Yeah.
You know, which is weird because you think about how much Genesis and Super Nintendo were at war together, and now a Sonic game is like a game that I most want to play on my Nintendo platform.
Right? I mean, that screen just makes like pixel stuff look really good. The kind of Sega Nintendo relationship post Dreamcast, I've always been really interested in. Like the fact that they were like, oh, it's Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. And I'm like, all right, didn't expect that one, but here we are. Yeah, Colin B39 says, I thought IGN hated Sonic. IGN is more than 3 people. More than the 4 people or whoever who were in that episode of Game Scoop. And even those guys don't hate Sonic. Sonic was never good. Sonic has been very bad.
Sonic has made a bunch of missteps, let's say.
Because sometimes when you're going really fast, you trip.
Yep. That's exactly how I'd put it.
Haste makes waste. They're all just saying the same thing again and again in the chat.
Sonic is never good?
Oh man, Ashrat Cliff 1992 on Twitch says, I hope Sega makes Streets of Rage again like they have with Sonic Mania. That would be awesome.
Never played Streets of Rage.
So Streets of Rage is a game where you just go, you're just really very angry in the street. You just go around and just punch a lot of people. It's just a fun beat 'em up. I love like if this succeeds, I would love to see a bunch of Genesis games kind of revisited by modern sensibilities.
Vector Man.
Vector Man would be great. Oh man.
I'll see some Vector Man.
Vector Man's cool. Comic Zone. Maybe Comic Zone with like modern comics.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would look like. Eternal. I still am holding out for an Eternal Champions remake. That was not a good game.
That was a real bad fighting game, wasn't it?
That was pretty bad. I mean, it was like, oh, let's make a Mortal Kombat, and I don't know. I just really liked it because I like the characters.
Was that the game? Which was the game that like had dismemberment as a game mechanic?
Oh,
I feel like it was a N64.
God, I totally. Oh man, I'm totally drawing a blank. I know I've talked about this.
Oh, dang it.
I don't think I ever played that game.
Someone in the chat, let us know if you know what I'm talking about.
What's the game with dismemberment? No Adventures of Streets of Rage better than Final Fight? Question mark. No. First of all, no. But I feel more personal attachment to the Streets of Rage. They did Double Dragon Neon a few years ago, and that was like. It was playable, but as far as doing the whole kind of retro revival thing, it should have been like this. It would have been really cool to, they did this weird kind of like, 2.5D polygonal nonsense. Oh, these guys are just spouting off comments about us hating Sonic. If we hate Sonic, why are we playing it? Those other people, they're not here. We're playing Sonic.
I specifically didn't ask them to be on the stream.
Oh, listen to that funny noise. What? Bonk.
Yeah, so this is, I talked about earlier how there's two different bonus stages in Sonic. This is one from Sonic 3, and you don't get Chaos Emeralds for being these stages. You get, like, medallions. I don't really know exactly what
You get frustrated because you missed one.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of this bonus stage.
It's not great, but at the same time, it's... Oh.
It just takes a really long time. One screw-up is all it takes to have it all be a complete waste of time.
That's life, though. That's how life is. Oh!
I did it, though.
You did it. Oh, man.
I missed the half-pipe stage. I'll just say that. I missed the half-pipe one. Actually, I missed... Sonic 1, I think, had, like, the best bonus stage, where it was kind of like a pinball thing, almost. So, like a pinball maze. You remember that?
Yeah.
I think that was the best Sonic bonus level.
Was that from... Is that Sonic CD?
No, that was Sonic 1.
Was that Sonic 1?
Maybe... I actually didn't really play Sonic CD, so I don't really know if it was in Sonic CD, but for sure it's in Sonic 1.
Like, that's the thing about the old Sonic games, is I was, like, young enough when I was exposed to bits and pieces of them that they all just kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Like the original kind of stuff.
I actually really want to play Sonic CD. This is a cool boss battle.
That's fake news, though.
Fake news.
That's fake news. That robot chicken.
Alright. Oh, no! Oh, I missed it!
Oh!
So, yeah, so you get a little weather forecast on the screen, and that kind of tells you what to expect.
That is a cool little mechanic there.
Yeah. This is one of the cooler, or one of my more favorite boss battles. More favorite, God. I can speak.
Sassy Lapis says Garfield Kart is better than this. No, it's not. You're lying. That's not true at all. Garfield Kart is toilet trash. Which I really do want to play. For those of you just tuning in, I'll have you know that I'm blocked by Garfield on Twitter because I kept saying really mean stuff to that official account for that, like, 50-year-old newspaper cat.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, I get mad at Garfield because he's like, oh, Mondays again. I'm like, you don't have a job. You don't work.
You just lounge around
there's
craving lasagna all day.
There's a depressed bachelor who brings you lasagna and like
and you make the life of a dog the worst.
I was saying some mean stuff too. Like you would have died of feline leukemia long ago.
Were you upset about that block, or do you think?
No,
I probably deserved that.
No, it's up there. I also got blocked by Nickelback, which I'm a little bit bummed by because late in the night, whoever ran the Nickelback Twitter account used to just start hitting on ladies. and that was why I thought it was really funny. Like, there was a great follow for that. But yeah, to be like, I want to put that on my resume. It's like blocked on Twitter by Garfield and Nickelback. Like, oh, that's an interesting story. Ricky Nugget says there was never a good Garfield game. IGN.
Fair.
Probably right. I honestly don't play a lot of Garfield games. So, there's actually a really bad Garfield game that just came out, which is Garfield Go, which is like a Pokemon Go clone, except riddled with microtransactions for stuff like Amazon gift cards. It's like easy. It's like really kind of a little bit gambly.
So yeah, this is Flying Batteries on. I believe this is from Sonic 3, maybe Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, this is one of my favorite levels because there's this really interesting dynamic of being inside the ship and then being like it kind of goes into that whole thing I was talking about earlier of like Sonic levels feeling like a lived-in world almost.
I love this. Going
this
outside
is like
the ship. It's so...
Yeah, you're on an actual ship, and now I'm on the exterior of it, just kind of crawling around. There's all these weird things going on.
Hamster cages.
Yeah, and then I'll very quickly go back into it. Oh, I gotta go faster.
Saying Sonic was never good is like saying Bubsy 3D is the best game ever. That's true. I never said either of those things. Have you played that weird Bubsy game where he goes to the art museum and then goes to hell?
I've actually never played a Bubsy game.
Well, if you play one Bubsy game, play the one where Bubsy goes to hell. This is great. I think you can play it in a browser. This is like a weird art game. I think it's called Bubsy. I don't know what it's called. I think it's Death of Bubsy or something. Check it out. It's good. Very strange. Where is Mario? Asked Skater625. Where is Mario? Mario's missing.
Yeah,
Mario. Don't you read the game titles? Mario's missing. He's also teaching typing. Prince Edward says, "Where is Sonic? He's right there. On the, how do I do? I think it's over there, right there. Sonic's probably over just there, behind us. Man, we really just... Is this like a procedurally generated chat? A Fancy Moose says, this is just an Overwatch clone. You guys are like NPCs sometimes. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Good heavens.
Oh, what happened there? There was nothing that should have killed me.
You either went too fast or not fast enough.
My toe got stuck. You know, like how when you go down an escalator and you can like get your foot stuck in the
I'm terrified of that
thing?
every time I go on escalators.
I feel like that's what happened, and I just immediately died.
Astro G7 says, does anyone know if there's an arcade stick for the Switch out there? There is. That company that's been making little Bluetooth controllers for all sorts of stuff. They sent us one. We're going to be playing with it on Up at Noon this week. So that's Thursday at noon Pacific time. Ayush Sharma says, Sonic games are all about level design and beauty.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's what games should all be about. So if you had to eat one Sonic the Hedgehog character, who would you eat?
Definitely Knuckles.
Ew.
But I would take off his little gloves. And just because I think he's got a really nice red shine to him.
I feel like he'd be
it
all
kind
like...
of makes me think of an apple.
I feel like he'd be really tough.
Yeah.
He'd be like eating... I don't even know what animal to compare him to.
Like echidna, maybe?
I'd probably eat Big the cat. I've never eaten an echidna. I imagine they're like artichokes. They look like artichokes.
Oh boy. Alright, so you have like the little electricity thing. You get charged by these little anti-gravity things, which is nice. I like how the power-ups in this game actually make a difference in the level design. So like if you have the fire one and you run across a wooden bridge, you'll burn the bridge.
That's awesome.
If you have the fire one, you go in an oil field, you'll burn up the oil field.
Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say cool. The file size for this game is like it's ridiculous. It's tiny. It's like 150 megs or something.
Yeah.
And if you compare that to like how big the original Sonic games are, that's really huge. You know, you can fit those on like a floppy disk. Ask your parents if you need to know what that is. But like, I don't know what all the megabytes is for this. I guess it's making stuff high res or something. I don't know what you're. This is awesome.
Yeah.
That also looks like a door from Super Metroid.
3PO! Where could he be? 3PO!
Shut down all the trash compactors on the main detention level.
That's what I think about when I play this boss.
Why is he trying to shoot emojis at you? That trash is beautiful.
But I think this is a real interesting level from like even a lore perspective, because those are all Sonic 1 enemies.
That's
and it's
such
like
a nice touch. I was just looking at it, and then
Eggman trashed all the worthless bots that failed to capture Sonic
are those
in the first game.
Are those TVs like the ones that you get power-ups from, or are those arcade cabinet?
I actually did.
displays?
I didn't notice those.
Huh.
So yeah, I'm curious to know what people in the chat think of this game. Let me know.
They think more highly of it than they think of our opinion of Sonic.
We gave it an 8.7!
Yeah. Apparently that was baiting. What's wrong with baiting? The Sonic team deserves respect. I mean, everybody deserves respect. Except for, I don't know, some people.
Oh, okay. A thing that I think is interesting about Sonic games. I'm usually I hate the idea of extra lives in games, or like a live system in games, because it feels so archaic.
Right.
But in this game, lives matter.
Yeah.
They absolutely matter, because it is very difficult to maintain your 100 rings, which is pretty much the only way to reliably get an extra life. The extra life power-up is very rare.
Huh.
And so when you lose all your lives, you go back to the start of the act, and you only have 2 lives to get through it. So you can very quickly get into a rhythm of dying and then dying 2 more times and having to repeat the act. So extra lives actually mean something.
I was gonna ask, like,
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, that was a.
I just wasted my life that I was talking so highly about.
Oh.
Damn.
But yeah, like the modern games have gotten easier. Obviously there are younger fans of Sonic who maybe are used to the newer games, which are I imagine more forgiving, and this is kind of like a step backwards to, like, I don't know, a less forgiving time. It still had its roots in arcade tokenry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one reason I always like Sonic, though, is because I don't know, the whole rings system.
Yeah, it's a really cool system.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
To Sonic.
Is Knuckles in this?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. You can play through the whole game as Knuckles. I want to get on this little launcher. All right, there we go. That was
really anticlimactic. You like got all going fast.
Oh.
And did the monkey bars in the playground.
Wasting this invulnerability.
Zerenex says Sonic looks and plays best as 2D. I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I agree, but
a lot of people obviously grew up with other stuff, like.
I agree, but I think that there's room in the video game world for both 3D and 2D Sonic. I think they scratch different itches, and I like them both.
Well, I'm glad they're putting together in the next one. I'm really excited about the character creator in Sonic Forces. That looks like really fun. I mean, I think everyone's played the Your Name the Hedgehog game. You know about that? Where you type in Mitchell the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And you find out what Mitchell the Hedgehog looks like, and that works with, like, I don't know how many people did Sonic fan art, but a lot apparently.
And so, I've already said that I have beaten this game, and I know that you might not believe me with how slow I'm playing some of this stuff. But one of the things that I like about Sonic games is the fact that you can beat a level, and then the next 3 times you play it, it's still different, because you might have missed a jump. Or
call that a wide linear.
Yeah.
No, I think that's very cool. I mean, it's especially in the era that they came out in, where it was like, oh, you get one game and you play that for a while. I don't know, maybe it's because we were kids, or because, like, that's just there were less games back then. But I don't know. There's games now that come out, and I'm like, this has no replay value. This is a straight shot. It's kind of a bummer.
Did you play any of the 3D Sonic games?
I mean, like, at a friend's house. Never
Yeah.
extensively. I remember there's a thing that it took me into my adult life to realize that sometimes video games were just bad. Get off that big pencil.
Why is it knocking the other way?
But yeah, like, I mean, there's games that I want to like so much as a kid that I sort of insist on playing them or trying to be good at them. And then, you know, as an adult, like, talking to other people about it, and they were like, that game sucks. And being like, you're right, it did suck. I wanted to enjoy it, but it was not a good game. And I mean, games are the only, like, medium that really pushes back against it hard, you know? But I remember playing, like, Sonic Adventure, I think 1, and it just feeling like my assumption was I suck at this. And I probably did suck at it, but at the same time, it was kind of like, it wasn't making it easy to be good at, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really, a good game is easy to figure out the master.
Yeah, I feel like the 3D Sonic games in particular, they very much rely on your willingness to replay and really understand like what is going on in the level. Me personally, I really like Sonic. I like the Sonic parts of the Sonic Adventure games because of the fact that Tails, stop wasting my. I really like score chasing. I like trying to improve my score.
Yeah.
And feeling like you mastered a level. And few games feel as good when you master a level as in the Sonic games. You're just going so fast. You feel like a badass.
Yeah.
Jumping at high speed.
No, I mean, the sense of speed in video games is always like that. That hasn't gotten old. Like that's like the coolest thing to be like. I mean, there's that sensation of solving a puzzle. Like you open a chest or whatever in Zelda, and you're like, oh, I did something. But the speed is like a more kind of like, I don't know, it's like vaguely titillating. You're like, ooh, wee, this is fun. Like, I'll still get like butterflies in some games where I jump off a ledge or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
Or just getting like a boost in like a racing game, just going fast. And Sonic's always kind of banked on that. So.
It's really hard. I know that I should leave the stupid fox alone, but Tails is really screwing up my vibe here. Keeps getting in my way. I can't see which direction I'm going. Ah, dang, that was my fault.
Rob says Knuckles is the worst part of most of the post-Sonic 2 games. Gameplay is too slow and kills the feeling. That's an interesting point, because Knuckles has never been like, he's always been sort of a brawler, and they've kind of doubled down onto that, you know?
Yeah, I've never been a huge, to be honest, I've never been a fan of any non-Sonic part of the Sonic games. Usually whenever I see another character announced in a trailer, I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just go fast.
But what if that character was Mitchell the Hedgehog?
Ooh, you know what?
Yep,
no,
the Sonic universe is about to get a great new hero, and he's named your name. You are the next hero. I'm so excited about that. I want to make like a stupid, like a cat with a Hawaiian shirt.
Max the cat.
That's totally already a thing. Yeah.
The stepson of Big.
That's weird. I find out that like
Froggy.
Marty wants to make love to my stepdad.
Where are you, Froggy?
God.
God, I hate Big. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with him? He's just like a. His parts in Sonic Adventure involve fishing. Yeah. That's not really. I mean, that's some people's idea of an adventure. That's also like a distinctly Japanese addition to a video game.
Yeah.
Like having a fishing minigame. There are plenty of American fishing games, but like I don't know. I feel like if Uncharted was Japanese, there'd be like some part where Drake's like, "We gotta go fishing. We gotta catch these fish." And they're like, "Dude, like we're after rubies or something."
But the fish.
Yeah. I'm just starving for some tilapia. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, this is a really cool level. And again, like I said, I like the Sonic gadgets, so to speak. Like this level very highly or primarily deals with these little conveyor belts that you kind of jump on. You can't run on them, which is very weird for conveyor belts in video games. They just bounce you and they
are they just pulley wires? Maybe that's it? You're supposed to be like, I don't know. I'm trying to put too much logic into this talking hedgehog thing. Ayu Sharma says, "Is there any Contra remaster?" The guys, I think Way Forward, the company, did a Contra game for 3DS a few years back that was supposed to be pretty good. Those guys, if you miss old games, like check out what Way Forward's done, because frequently they're stuck with like licensed garbage, but they make the most of it.
Yeah.
They've actually got a game
Shantae is
coming
great.
out. Yeah, was that Way Forward? Is that Way Forward?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. They got stuck making a video game based on The Mummy, like the recent Mummy, the one that did not do so hot in any sense of the word.
Tom Cruise one?
Yep.
Oy.
And they made like a 2.5D like beat 'em up adventure game, which looks kind of rad.
And so, I mean, what was it good?
I don't know. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's gonna be weird because it's basically a movie tie-in. Not super high budget, but I think that's sort of the case. Is like making a big AAA video game with licensed property tie-in isn't really feasible in this day and age. But occasionally they're like, hey, I don't know, like they did a 3DS game of Thor in whenever the first movie came out, so 2012 or something. And that game is beautiful. Like it's like classic, like 16-bit sprite work, but like a big boss fight. Nice. What are these crabs doing?
Those crabs are weird because they got these saw blades that look like they should, like there's no opening to hit them, but they're kind of in the background.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the hitbox. See, I went right through the saw blade.
Yeah.
There. I don't really understand what the hitbox.
Maybe it's not a saw blade. Maybe it's like a circle.
Yeah. One of those, as seen on TV, circle toys. Hundreds of hours of fun. Yours only $30.99 plus shipping and handling. Oh, come on! I think I'm going the wrong way. That's the thing about Sonic. You never know because sometimes you're going left, sometimes you're going right, and you never quite know which way is the right way to go.
I mean, look, it's like a roller coaster. Like that's. Have you seen how people like recreated like Mario in VR, and you're like jumping to hit stuff? I'd love to see a Sonic game done in VR. You'd probably barf, but like that'd be fun. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Again, we don't hate Sonic. IGN is not. IGN is a big company with lots of people, and 4 of those people are idiots. And they were on Game Scoop one time, and they said mean things about Sonic. So just if you don't like that they said that, then just disregard those people's opinions. I do, and they're some of my best friends.
Dead. What time are we at?
We are at 1:48.
It's going by fast.
Yeah. Well, it's Sonic. That's what it does.
Goes fast.
First act.
Trying to think how many levels. There's 12 levels in the game. Trying to think if I'm on track to beat this before the stream's over. We might be able to do it.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's okay. It's actually good.
I really like it. That's very cute. The hedgehog was frozen in the cube.
The sprite animation is fantastic.
There's
a wood chipper. Ah! Sorry.
Is this a new area?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say like the color scheme is like very. Like I don't think they're limited palette wise. I guess they could do whatever they want.
Yeah. Nice save there. It sounded like you were trying to say another word between.
Well, I don't. What kind of a strange man is like? We need more robot woodpeckers. Just buy a chainsaw, dude.
Yeah, I really like this level. Actually, when I first played it, I didn't like it as much, but on a repeated playthrough, I started to really enjoy it. I think they have like an interesting mechanic with like the ice thing. Like you're actually supposed to get frozen in parts, and it leads to these really cool segments where you're just sliding through blocks that were otherwise inaccessible. Oh god.
Yeah, this game is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm like a little bit bummed that Metroid Samus Returns or whatever is like 2.5D or not. It's not sprite work. Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Well done. Xeronix asks, any time-based water levels in this game?
What do you mean by time-based water levels? There are water levels, and they have that whole thing of You know, if you...
Hi, I'd like to have a panic attack while drowning.
Yep, the anxiety.
Yeah. It really would, it's fine without the music. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's very scary.
This is adorable. Okay, that's super funny.
So yeah, there are water levels. There's not that many of them. I think there's only one of them that primarily deals with water. And it's Hydro City, which is kind of the remake of the one from Sonic 3.
Okay.
Ah.
What? What? Why did it? Why would it?
We're good.
I just don't. I mean, from a strictly design perspective, I don't understand what these inventions are for. Some of them I do. I'm like, oh yeah, robot woodpecker. That, I mean, it's stupid, but at least you're like, you can identify it. These are just like funny platforms.
All right, so we got to jump onto this guy.
Yep.
Sorry, this guy. Think about it for a sec. I want to get out of here. All right, so
there you go.
That one.
You got it.
Oh, and then I gotta go to that side. Okay, I got it. There
Hey!
we go. I got out of that.
Nicely done. All right, aside from IGN never being good, what do you guys want to talk about? We can talk about anything you want. Sonic was never good, 10 out of 10 IGN. All right. We should make like an IGN comment.
Oh, I've been thinking about that.
Just like a bunch of randomized words.
Yep. Come on. This is one of my more liked boss battles. Kind of a neat one. You just gotta wait for him to jump in the air. If you try to jump on him like normal, he'll freeze you with the sword for some reason.
It's because it's an ice sword.
Ice sword.
Have you played a video game before? Duh. Those things totally exist. ISD or LSD Captain 592. I'm not really sure which. Does Sonic Mania tie into Sonic Forces at all?
So I've heard that Sonic Mania leads directly into Sonic Forces.
Huh.
I don't know exactly what that means, but like I said, they've said that Sonic Forces is kind of like a reboot of Sonic lore, I guess. So it's no longer classic Sonic and modern Sonic. It's just they're two different Sonics that live in the same reality.
Okay.
And maybe that ties into it. Maybe like this is the classic Sonic and Sonic Forces. But yeah, I don't know for sure.
I mean, they did this thing recently on the new Ninja Turtles show where they had them cross over with the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And they it was weird because they had the new designs drawn in 2D animation for the 80s sequences, and they had the classic designs made in 3D. And I thought it looked really interesting and really cool. Normally that kind of stuff just feels like, oh no, there's Playmobil pieces in the Lego box, it doesn't work. But like, I don't know, I feel like they could totally do that with Sonic and pull it off. Maybe he'll get sucked out of the 16-bit era and wind up in like 3D space.
That'd be cool. Oh boy.
And Fat Gamer Guy asks, is Call of Duty Ghost really an 8.8 out of 10? No. Or it is. I don't know. We reviewed it. I didn't review it. That was reviewed a long time ago by somebody who doesn't work here anymore. Just don't look at the scores if you're going to compare them like that, because really, I don't know. Here's the thing about Sonic. At no point in this game, or any of the Sonic games, does a German Shepherd jump into a helicopter and kill a guy. So, 1 point for Call of Duty Ghosts right there.
Oh, this level, I'm pretty sure, was part of Sonic CD, even though I didn't play it. But it has like the past and future mechanic. I really need to play Sonic CD. Here, everyone says it's like one of the best CD Sonics. It came on a system that I feel like no one played.
Yeah, but you gotta find a CD player. It's probably on Spotify now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a what game systems did you have growing up? Did you have
like I said, I was poor.
Yeah.
My best friend he went Super Nintendo to PlayStation. I was always over at his house. And I had other friends with like N64 and stuff. I had one buddy who had a Dreamcast. didn't hang out enough that I could really get into it. My first like my own system was the Game Boy Pocket, so I played Pokemon on that, and then I got a PS1, and yeah, then I did a lot of ROMs. Like I did a lot of questionably legal enjoyment of older games in that form. So
yeah, I was a Sega boy most of the time until I got an N64. So yeah, so the Sonic games were a big part of my childhood, and I think Sonic 2 specifically was like one of the first games that I just really got attached to.
Yeah, that was rad. Rad game.
I go in there. And then yeah, I also was a big Dreamcast kid, so Sonic Adventure, similarly.
Dreamcast was a cool system that just kind of came out at the wrong time, I think.
Ahead of its time, would you say?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you know, I think there's also there's so many factors in play when you consider like launching something that costs $400. Like, what are people spending money on? What are people thinking about?
Wrong way.
No, I think the fact that the Switch took off was like really like that could have gone either way. Do you have a Switch?
Yep.
Yeah, like I'm so happy that it's doing great and that it's getting more and more games. Like that's like nice sort of like I feel like I'm in less of a hurry to play what's out for it because of that. Like I can kind of take a few weeks and not pay attention to what's on the shop and then check it out. And there's like more stuff on there. And it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, the Switch is really promising, and I'm excited to be able to play more games. Like this now that I'm working here at IGN, and half of my day is spent commuting to work, to and from work. I have a lot more time to play stuff on on the bus and the BART and stuff.
Also, how funny is it that I mean, maybe this is I don't know. Like I remember being in the back of a car and playing my Game Boy Pocket and having to like tilt the screen to get the sunlight directly on the screen so I could see it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, for God's sake, can we drive through a tunnel or something?
Yeah,
I'm like trying to play Zelda.
The sun is
like,
too bright.
Jumble says, thank you for addressing that comment on stream referring to the people saying that we hate Sonic. It's really annoying how people keep harping on it. It is. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. IGN is a company full of a bunch of people from all sorts of walks of life, and we spend a lot of time arguing just around the office. And it's, it's frustrating when, like, I don't know, something gets just quoted to death.
Yeah, it sucks. And now we're in the future Stardust Speedway. Speedway, where everything is apparently a trumpet.
Yeah, that
Springs
makes sense,
are trumpets. Platforms are trumpets.
Man.
Food is trumpets.
I wish there was like a secret spit valve chamber that you could go into and it just full of spit. You ever play an instrument?
No. I tried playing guitar at one point, and I was like, this makes my fingers hurt. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
It's a safe bet though. The guitar is like a like a top 5 instrument. Yeah. But I tried to play the tuba in 4th grade when I was about the size of the tuba, so that didn't really work so hot.
I am in a completely different area than I remember being in my first play this level. Oh, okay, so we gotta jump right when we get it there. There we go.
Got it. Here's a great question. XVJ says, do you guys think that Sega has enough money to make another console? I think yeah, but I don't think it would be smart at all.
Yeah.
It's just flooding the market.
I think they have the means. I don't think that they have the desire.
Yeah, they make arcade games all the time. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't make games. I'm not a businessman, but I think it makes way more sense to just get your stuff on as many other people's systems as possible, and then that means more people play it, and then you've got more of like a more brand awareness or whatever.
Yeah, I think Sega's got something going right now with like their publishing strategy, and I don't think that there's enough room in the market for another platform for video games at this point. Microsoft's kind of taking their spot. But they're making, you know, I'm happy with the Sonic games that they're making right now. Mania is real cool. Forces looks awesome.
Yeah, Forces looks like fun. I mean, oh yeah, the animals are
I
out.
see
You got all the animals. Yeah, get the
Woo!
animals. Oh, good lord,
Turbo
no.
Sonic!
Oh no.
Get out of here. You're chasing all the animals away.
Turn Super Saiyan. Kill him.
I have not yet seen what Super Sonic looks like in Sonic Mania. And like, you know, what.
Oh, that's gonna be rad.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's like. And also, if you can do like Hyper Knuckles and Super Tails also, because you can play through the game as both Knuckles and Tails.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. It's. What if it's very bad?
But yeah, so I didn't even really go over the bonus stage mechanics. So what's kind of interesting is that I showed you before that we had like we had like the giant rings. You go into them, you get the bonus stage. If you beat the bonus stage, you get a Chaos Emerald. But if you fail on that bonus stage, that ring is locked off, and you can no longer try to get the Chaos Emerald from that ring. I think there's like 3 or 4 rings per act, so you have plenty of chances. But if you don't find those rings, you're not going to be able to get the Chaos Emeralds on that run.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good, Scrub.
Somebody was saying. Dustin Halstead said the background music sounds like the Nyan Cat, the Nyan Cat music, whatever.
Sounds like me remember how that goes.
It's probably for the best. They did a study. The only way to get that song out of your head is with a bullet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Side effects of that medicine are not great.
Yeah. Adventure Time Fan 94 is just talking all kinds of trash, saying Emoji Movie the game 100 out of 10 IGN. You know what? Emoji Movie the game is called iMessage, and that's a pretty good game. I use it all the time to communicate with my friends. Top tier multiplayer. 1v1 me.
Also not cool. Don't even joke about Emoji Movie being anything but trash.
Yeah. No, that looks. There's a billboard for it near my house, and it just makes me angry. I'm like, couldn't somebody just set that on fire or spray paint it or something? I don't want that. Sam Ash says, I would take the collector version, but here in France the price is about $105. Oof, too much for a collector edition without the physical game. Have you seen that thing? The big,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I went up to it the other day. Just this big statue of Sonic doing his thing on top of a fake, Sega console. And you hit the power-up switch, and it goes, Sega! And it startled me because it's really loud.
Nostalgia button.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ashbel Azumi says Gamescom 2017. We have a whole bunch of people who are flying to Gamescom on Friday. There's going to be a ton of stuff coming out of IGN there. Wow, that Robotnik in the background is upsetting me. I don't like it at all.
Oh no, Max. Oh, this is bad. I gotta replay the whole boss battle.
Run away from that, man. What are you doing? Didn't you get the memo? You gotta go fast. Is he kicking that bunny?
Yeah,
He's just stepping on a rabbit. That's horrible.
Luigi
Boy 741 says my first IGN stream. Welcome. Thank you for coming by and hanging out.
You caught me at an awkward time where I died to a boss and now I have to play the whole boss over again. I'm so happy.
He's way better at that. Angry Mitchell's my favorite. He's still so good-natured.
Still got a smile on my face. I'm still real happy.
Really having a good time over here. Everything's great.
Everything's good.
Shining Falcon says, regarding the price, the collector's edition should have included a Genesis. There was that weird little, basically Genesis Classic, which apparently isn't very good. Not great emulation. A lot of artifacting and stuff, which is a bummer. Everett Oroslow says, are you going to PAX? We're sending people to PAX. I don't know if I'm going.
I am not going.
You're going to PAX? You ever been to PAX before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. PAX is fun. I've just done it a lot of times, and I don't know. I don't want to go home and take a nap. There are numerous PAXs in the year. There's PAX West, as they're calling it now, is coming up. That's in Seattle. That's in 2 weeks, I think.
Yep.
Wow. Duflamingo Lopez says, IGN Sonic Mania review, 1 out of 10, too much Sonic. You didn't read our review at all. We gave it a pretty good score. We liked it.
8.7, I believe.
Kalnick14 says, IGN, can you please say my name? I'm sorry. Don't do that here.
I definitely can. I can't.
You're too busy looking at all this stuff that's going on over here.
I am going to be very upset if I die again to Metal Sonic.
Tom Heath said, just finished my first playthrough, and I feel like my 5-year-old self again. What a game. Kudos to Sega for allowing the talented fans to crack at their franchise. Here's to a wonderful relationship. That's like really the thing I love about this is that I think companies, they have their IPs, their franchise, and they're always like, how do we make a ton of money? How do we really like kind of, obviously they want to make money. And they make stuff that I think they think fans will want, but really the fans kind of just want more of the same stuff, you know? I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of focus testing going on in the video game industry, and you kind of just got to go with the game that you believe is going to do well.
Yeah, like find people. I mean, there's that like, you know, there's that like the Homer, the car built for Homer thing, where it's like, what do you want out of a video game? And it's, well, it's got to be cool. It's got to have the gun and I want cars in it too. And it's like they try to make this weird Frankenstein creation of everything somebody wants out of a game, but in reality, it's like, I don't know, figure out what. Find somebody who loves games and have them make. I don't know. That's really just bad advice on every company. I like that he turns purple when he's hitting. I don't like much else about Metal Sonic though.
Especially that
Metal Sonic's really cool.
He abuses poor animals. Kicks bunnies.
Yeah, the bunny kicking was not okay. That's probably why this is rated E10 plus.
Oh God! Why won't you die?
Stuart Argetta says, what are you playing on? Are you playing Xbox One?
Yep,
nice.
Playing on Xbox One.
Cool. Death Trigger says, why don't they ever try to get Chaos Emeralds? We try.
I'm trying to beat the game.
Mitchell just sucks.
I'm trying to beat the game. I've gotten every Chaos Emerald that I tried to get.
You just didn't try to get them all.
Yeah,
look. Because you know you're bad at getting Chaos Emeralds.
The
animals are loose. Look at them all.
Yeah, look at all those little Daffy Ducks and Bugs Bunnies.
It's weird that they keep separate, though. I don't know how. That's kind of
odd. With regards to why we're not going for the Chaos Emeralds, after the stream ends, this save is never going to be played again.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to get all 7
We're just
Chaos
having a good time.
Emeralds.
We're hanging out, you know.
Yeah. I'm not going to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds on this stream, so there's like, no. Do you guys really want to see bonus levels? I don't. I don't want to play bonus levels. I want to play fast Sonic gameplay. Oh God, I'm going to drown. Hydro City is not one of my favorite levels. I don't like water levels in Sonic. They give me anxiety.
Yeah, I don't like water levels in general. I don't even like water that much.
Tails is about to drown.
I'm trying to think of a water level I've enjoyed. Can you think of one like off the top of your head that was like good? Oh, there's that music.
Wait.
If anybody out there has who gets stressed out easily, just don't listen. Okay, it's better. Slightly better.
I hate water levels. It's very hard to see those bullets. Oh no! Ah! Okay, we got it.
Eminem chimes in, guys, I thought Sonic was never good. No, that was a horrible mix-up. Sonic's fine. He's doing, look at it, he's doing great right now.
Look at those spins.
People are having a good time with Sonic Mania. Just also, quick clarification, if somebody else doesn't like a thing that you like, it's totally okay that you still like it. That applies to most things.
I'm gonna drown.
Especially hedgehogs.
I'm gonna drown!
What's wrong with you? Why'd you do that?
Oh, God,
I was having a great time until you drowned a hedgehog on live internet television, Mitchell.
It's the first time I've drowned in Sonic Mania. I blame the chat. I blame everyone who's saying that Sonic was never good.
Guys, we never said Sonic was never good. Nope. Mitchell likes Sonic, and I think he's
Sonic
okay. I like him as a person.
Tails, on the other hand, I'm not a huge fan.
I like Sonic as a friend. You don't like.
I'm not a big fan of the fox.
Miles Prower.
Miles Prower.
Which how old were you when you figured out that pun?
Shamefully old.
I think that's the case with everybody. People are it was like Prower, huh? Interesting. Common last name, I guess. And then you're sitting in like a bus stop, and you're like 22, and you're like, oh, I get it.
The lightning strikes, and you have awoken.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like I want to make like a Facebook support group.
There's got to be a thing over here somewhere.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Not again.
I don't like it.
Oh,
no!
Why isn't there a freaking surface there? All right.
I don't like it. You're freaking me out, dude.
No. That's my first game ever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Max. I let you down.
It just really mostly is just upsetting when the animals get stuck in the water, get very sick.
I let everyone down.
I love this. Now they're saying that IGN hates Tails.
Yeah, well, that's fair. So the unfortunate thing is that I don't know what did I do. No save. Oh dang! So I need to go back here. I'm sorry, guys. I'll let you down.
Guys,
I'll try to do better.
Oh, this is such I knew this would happen. You were like, you want to come on this stream? And I'm like, I would love to hang out and play Sonic Mania. I don't necessarily want to be in a live stream where the chat is just angry that, man, oh. Adventure Time Fan 94 says Undertale 10 out of 10. Yeah, that happened. It did. You're right. Chloe Rad really enjoyed Undertale. Or who is that? Callie?
I think it was Callie.
Is it Callie? Callie doesn't work here anymore. She works at GameSpot. So go comment that over there. Go tell them that.
She probably wouldn't appreciate
that. Don't do that. No, leave Callie alone.
All right, we're not going to go that godforsaken way anymore.
Don't do it.
Oh, see, nice boat rides from this path. It's so much better. This is where I usually go.
Oh God, I'm just guys. When IGN scores a review, IGN is not one person. It's the name of the person who wrote the review, and different people review different things. And I realize that's complicated. Just ignore the score and read the words, okay? And don't look at it like it's a measurement. It's not a measurement. It's just a number arbitrarily applied. It's not a good system. It's just a problem with the video game industry as a whole. Metacritic is a demonstrably bad concept. People's livelihoods depend on it, and it comes down to some underpaid freelance dude who reviewed a game, and studios are like, it said the game wasn't good. Anyway.
I don't think the people who are saying that are even listening to you.
No, they're not. They're just spamming. We had a bunch of flat earthers in one of my live streams. That was weird. They came in like a swarm, and then they were posting like a lot of really comprehensive emojis to illustrate that they thought the Earth was flat. Like they had one of those like a ruler next to the Earth, and then like X's next to the moon or something. I don't know. It's very weird. What do you think of the soundtrack?
I love it.
The Illuminati is asking. I'm into it. I'm glad they kept it like very jazzy. Yeah. The whole thing where like didn't they think that like Michael Jackson scored the Sonic 3 soundtrack or something, or he did?
So I think Game Trailers did a very excellent episode of Pop Fiction where they went over that. And I think they confirmed that, yeah, like he did, but it came out during a time where Michael Jackson was not the most appealing person to have on your game. And so I think they kind of struck all mention about it.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of weird stories of Michael Jackson floating around the video game industry. Not like weird, but like I don't know, he was at E3 a few times. Because I mean, the dude, you know, he liked video games. Mm-hmm. He has numerous video games about him. You ever played Moonwalker?
I did not, but I think that game looks great.
It's
I just never got around to playing.
Surprisingly fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely like it's definitely not like a great game, but as far as like I don't know, I think you look at it and be like, oh, it's a Michael Jackson cash-in, but then I don't know, it controls well enough. The arcade version is very weird. You turn into a robot.
Ooh.
So can you switch over and control Tails here, or?
So I think I would have to get out of the whole thing and like start a new game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can play as Tails throughout?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Well, why would you? Because
I don't like
Tails was never good. Nope. IGN.com, 4 out of 10.
That you can specifically attribute to all of IGN. All of IGN has that opinion, not just Tails was never good.
Leon Kennedy says, how do you guys feel about the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind? It's my dad's favorite game. I never played Morrowind. Did you play Morrowind at all?
Very little.
Yeah.
I pretty much got into the Elder Scrolls through Skyrim.
Yeah, same here.
Oh my god, I was still jumping.
I fiddled around with Oblivion a little bit, but everyone loves Morrowind because they're apparently very weird. There's like mushroom stuff everywhere. I played the Skyrim DLC that sent you 2 parts of Morrowind, which I thought was very, very nice. Yeah, I think there's oftentimes like there's a weird shame of like, you know, being late to a party with an entry in a franchise. Oh, look at this big, weird, dirty scuba dude. Yeah, this music rules.
I love the idea that he's just looking super close to the ground, like he can look through it, but he totally can't. It's just it's one of those weird video game things.
I love bad video game logic. Camera space, all that. You know about that?
No, what's that?
That's the idea that there is there's a secret dimension that all of the stuff, like whenever like Link pulls like a hammer or whatever out of his back, just out of nowhere, all the stuff that people carry around in inventories exists in a separate dimension. I think it comes from like the Looney Tunes logic where somebody pulls like a giant mallet out of their pocket.
This is a really cool boss fight. We gotta suck up Eggman, but be careful not to get his bomb before Eggman appears.
Riadul Ahmed Khan says, egg is my breakfast. That's a good breakfast.
Right there.
Do you prefer calling him Eggman or Dr. Robotnik?
I prefer calling him Dr. Robotnik, but his name is Eggman.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of the reality that we live in. We live in a world where Dr. Robotnik's name is now officially Eggman.
So this is a super cool level because you're the dude in the big machine.
Yeah.
Fighting. That's like a nice little switcheroo.
It's a super cool boss battle. I don't like this level.
Yeah. No, that level, water levels suck. Water levels are like, I would say more often not great than great.
Yeah. What is Tails doing right now? What are you doing there, buddy?
He's always doing weird stuff. He's always just kind of like shuffling around, doing finger things. You know,
real weird boy.
Just
He can be, okay, I'll give Tails this. He can be helpful sometimes. He gets like extra hits on bosses.
He's
He's okay.
He's cute in the cartoon.
I'm sorry, Tails. I didn't mean to be so mean to you.
Come on, Tails. Let's go get some chili dogs.
I'm gonna be honest, Max. That was a real bad Sonic impression.
No, well, that sounds just like Jaleel White. Did I do that?
Boom.
John on Mars show says terrible water music for Sonic before you get ready to drown. Talk about anxiety. I feel like that was unfair of them to put that in the game again. I don't think anyone's like, I loved Sonic the Hedgehog as a child, especially the part where he drowns, and it made me upset.
I mean, at that point though, it's become part of Sonic's identity. That music. I would actually be kind of like, even though, you know, I don't like it. I don't like feeling like I'm about to drown. It just wouldn't be Sonic without that dun 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 dun. Ouch!
Ooh.
I intentionally hit those spikes.
I appreciate in the Sonic games how the spikes actually look like they would F-word and kill you.
But they actually don't. Like, they're not insta-kill spikes like most games.
No. But I mean, they look like they would hurt. I hate games where the spikes are just little like, they're just like lazy little triangles.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, like it looks like a thorn bush or something, and you're like, come on, man. Like I can handle stuff like that. But like the spikes in this, they're scary. Yeah. They're not good ones.
I do not want to land on those spikes.
You want to land on that thing, whatever that is.
Water slides!
It was fun. It was a great time.
I feel like if this was an actual water park, they would get very mad at me for going down a water slide while rolling.
Yeah, they probably. That's actually how you destroy your spine in its entirety.
Oh.
Comment here. Oh, this is weird. Ibrahim El Waraki says Sonic drowning was the best part of my entire life. You know what, man? You do you.
Yeah. I guess that's cool.
Here's a good question. Sorry, I always see people like answering a question. I'm like, that's whatever they're answering the question. I know what the question is, and then it's like Jeopardy, and I have to scroll through the chat and find it. People are talking about which system is best for this game.
I would have to believe that they're pretty equal.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to what controller you prefer.
Exactly. That's what they were saying. Is the D-pad on the PS4 is great.
Yeah.
I think just the portability angle for the Switch is cool, and plus you can get a bunch of different weird retro controllers to. I mean, you can use like Bluetooth controllers with Switch. Really nice. Oddly enough, not headphones though. I don't know what's up with that.
God. When this game is moving as fast as it can be, it is a sight to behold.
Like, I love him spinning around. Like that's.
Like few 2D games make me go, holy crap, this is awesome.
Yeah.
The way that a good 2D Sonic game does.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. It's also like, there really is like a very, like a kind of a visually impressive thing to go with it. Not a lot of games did at that time. Like, this is like it feels like a, you know, like a set piece. It's like something in an Uncharted or something, but with animals, robots. Dustin Helsed said, too bad it's not getting a Vita release. This would be great on Vita, a big OLED screen.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
There are a bunch of games that just came out on Vita, I think. There's a game called 99 Vitas, which is a Brazilian beat-em-up game. It's very, if you play the Scott Pilgrim game, it's a bit like that. And it's cross-play on PS3, PS4, and Vita. So if you're a Sony person, that's worth checking out. Goku-san says, I think IGN is kind of cool. Son Goku, I think you're the best. I cannot wait for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah, me too.
That game looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, God, I forgot this battle's not done yet. Yeah. Dragon Ball FighterZ is one of my, honestly, like, more anticipated games of the year right now.
Is that coming out this year, or is that, I think it's early next year.
Sure.
Adventure Time Fan 94 says, just because 4 people said they didn't like Sonic, the fact that they're still tied to IGN, so there's go play outside. Go play outside.
God, thank you.
Just go anywhere else. You can go watch GameSpot's live stream, or go watch Video Game Donkey streaming, or whatever. Go do literally anything else if you don't like us. It's fine. Move on. We're just hanging out, enjoying Sonic the Hedgehog. You're like telling us that we're wrong because we do enjoy it, but our friends don't. And you're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna cry in the live stream.
Don't cry, Max. They're not worth it.
Don't play the water level again, and I won't cry. Okay.
Got through it.
Max Sandler says, people keep forgetting if you have a gaming laptop, you don't need a Nintendo Switch because you can play anywhere. Nintendo copies PC. I was going to be like, yeah, try fitting a gaming laptop in your pocket. Then I was like, actually, I can't do that with a Switch. Never mind.
This is also not one of... Well, this is... I don't like this act. I like Act 2 of Mirage Saloon. This is another exclusive Zone 2. Or it's something new to Sonic Mania. It's not like a remake level. But yeah, you spend this whole act...
What is that dude doing? There's like a little armadillo man flying hovercraft. Really...
It looks like a Mega Man.
Yeah, this is way more Mega Man. Aside from the biplane, it's very Sonic. Oh man, those canyons.
Props to Tails though. As much as I try to kill myself, Tails is like, no, Sonic, don't do it. I'll save you.
See that? I don't trust him. I don't trust him that much.
But yeah, this level is kind of just, it's really slow. It's not very exciting. I kind of just want it to be over as quickly as possible, which usually makes me accidentally spin dash off.
I never like on rails stuff like that. I mean, I guess it's sort of on rails. Like,
but this is like, this, oh god, I'm stuck. This and Hydra City are probably like the only 2 levels that didn't do it for me.
So I'm pretty confused because you're jumping on these dudes, these little armadillos or rats or whatever they are, and they've got bald eagles inside of them. That seems kind of confusing.
Welcome to the world of Sonic, where all robos are piloted by cute little animals.
I don't really understand what Robotnik was up to, but I mean, luckily there are just reams and reams of comic books I could check out and learn a whole lot. Jonathan Moore says, I like the guys on the video. Hey, thanks.
Oh, hey. That's so nice of you to
say. Nice things. Lemon Toaster says, I don't hate IGN, but some reviews are bad. Duly agreed. Completely.
That's
not going to name
like
names, but yeah, that's... Yeah. Let's see. Mojo says, should I get this game if I own and love Sonic 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Hold on. Wow, this is going fast. Knuckles, feel like the cash grab, copy paste. What's your verdict on this?
I mean,
you should get it. It's not a cash grab.
No.
Yeah.
If Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and Sonic CD are your jam, I mean, you should be able to look at this and be like, I want to play that game.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, watching you play it, it looks like they just made one of those games. I don't know, with added mechanics. Like this game feels like it could have come out in like 1994.
Yeah. I think that was definitely intentional. They probably limited themselves with what they could do visually.
Yeah. You don't have to go to the store to get it, though. That's cool. Download it from the internet.
Yep. What a world we live in. This is all, like I said before, the bosses are hit and miss. This is one of those misses. This is not the most exciting boss fight.
This is interesting. Felix Andazola says, when I was 6 years old, my dad bought his first Xbox 360. He bought me a Sonic game with all the old Sonic games of my childhood. I'm 13 years old now, and I want this. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy because, like, I don't know, I grew up playing old games. There's some of this feeling of like, oh, are these old? Are these forgotten? But, like, people revisit stuff. Like, Star Wars came out 10 years before I was born, and I grew up watching that on tape and stuff. So it's cool to hear that games are getting the same treatment and stuff.
Yeah, I almost feel like when I have kids, I kind of want to bring them up the same way that I was brought up. Like, start them off with NES, like the late years of the NES, bring them into SNES, and then show them some Mario 64.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some stuff on there that's just not bad, but just like crushing. It's just it won't be fun.
Yeah.
And then there's plenty of stuff that holds up really well for good reason. Once you learn how to play it.
Oh, that's it's a character from I think the
Jazz
Game
Jackrabbit.
Gear. Yeah, the Clippy B developed Jazz Jackrabbit. No, I think that's a character from like the Game Gear Sonic game. Don't remember the name though. That's like deep. That's digging real deep.
So
into Sonic.
I don't.
Sonic game lore.
I remember playing a Game Gear at like a demo kiosk at the mall. Probably that was a very long time ago. It was ancient history, and thinking like, yeah, Game Gear just looked like portable Sega. Mm-hmm. And then I think in high school or something, I was like, I want to play all those Game Gear games I never could because I didn't know anybody who had a Game Gear. So I downloaded a bunch of Game Gear ROMs. They do not look like Sega Genesis.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. That was an 8-bit system, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was better than the Game Boy, for sure.
Right.
And that was kind of the thing.
Maybe not in terms of game quality.
No, but like
visually
for sure. And that was the big appeal of Game Gear.
I was a big proponent of the Sega Nomad. I thought that was a really cool thing to do because they were like, hey, so Sega Genesis is sort of on its way out. What if you could take that with you? People were like, what do you mean? They're like, well, you have 48 AA batteries with you.
Oh man, I gotta go faster on that. That was real cool.
Son Goku says, when you guys first heard about Forces and Mania, what were your first reactions?
Yes. Well,
to which part?
Mania, yes. Forces, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this yet.
Yeah.
But after seeing it, it seems like they're kind of continuing what they did with Sonic Generations. So I'm totally down with that. That was the right step for the Sonic franchise. Like we said, Sonic has had many missteps. And one misstep was Sonic 3D World. Oh, did you lose your laptop?
Did I die? I think I just died. Oh no! Here, let me go see if I can find a power plug.
All right.
Be strong.
You have your mic on, so.
All right. There's one right over here. All right. Just grab it.
Max is trying to find a power cord for his laptop so that he does not have to leave you guys.
What's this one attached to? I found one.
Yeah.
Oh, right over here. Hold on. Or where I just unplug everything. All right.
Meanwhile, I am making tools of these hooligans from the Game Gear Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it was called Triple Trouble. You good?
I did it.
Yeah.
We're back.
What animal would you say that?
I don't like that guy at all. What is that?
Do you know what animal that is?
Is that just a huge hedgehog?
I'm pretty sure that's a polar bear in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog.
What in the... No.
That's a polar bear.
That's not a polar bear.
It's definitely a polar bear.
I'm looking that up. That's not a polar bear. I'd say maybe a porcupine. They don't really explore porcupines, which are like bigger, uglier hedgehogs.
Oh.
Dude, these character designs are very bad.
Yeah.
Very bad ones. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Let's see, I think. Hold on, wait. Reconnecting to the chat.
Refresh.
Featherhead says those curtains look a lot like Super Mario 3 curtains. Those totally did. Nice little touch there. I don't know if that was intentional or what.
Kazekage's back. What's up, Kazekage?
Looking at Sonic again, so much of this is weird. So yeah, to answer that last question about like what were your feelings, I remember seeing Sonic Forces, and I mean following up Sonic Boom, which I think I never played that, but I remember seeing some glitches from it that were like they made me want to play it. Like there was some stuff. There's one like just incredibly warped, broken cutscene where I don't know, something was supposed to happen, like a helicopter shows up and it's just them all standing there silently, and like I don't know, it's like just a weird glitch. And I was like, that looks interesting and not great. But like Sonic Forces looks like they're kind of doing like the aggro dark thing a little bit. Like it had Sonic standing in front of a big burning city with his fist clenched or whatever, like that Arthur meme.
Arthur.
Yeah. But yeah, like
man.
but yeah, the fact that they're like, hey, you can create your own weird furry animal avatar. I'm super down for that. It'll be an interesting time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I hope,
even if it's not great, we got this. This looked like immediately out of the box, and I was just like, oh yeah, this looks like a good thing. Yeah, like just little. I think people are going to be going through this game for probably at least months and pulling out like little animations that maybe even notice, little just subtleties, because it's cool to see like that kind of renaissance of sprite art. I like that. It looks very, very nice.
what? I don't know why it went backwards. That was weird. Never seen that happen before.
Weird.
All right. Oh, I'm also playing on. I'm playing on a different account now because we would have had to restart the whole game. So actually, maybe I'll try to get those Chaos Emeralds because we might be able to get.
I don't like this level one bit. There's far too much purple and gold.
This level's cool. Like I said, this is. I like the interactivity between your power-ups and the level. So this is one of the ones where
you're currently covered in fire and it's an oil tanker,
yeah.
So I don't know what's wrong with you. That's a terrible idea.
So I kind of like how you can leave streaks of flames and slide down these oil slicks. It's very cool. Whee!
This is interesting. Misty306 is back in the 90s, knew who had a Sega Genesis because anyone with a Super NES would get nauseous during 3D games. I'd never heard that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that was an odd time. That like those competing, those dueling banjos of consumer electronics. Braveman30 says, "What's up here? What's up? I'm here. Sorry, I'm late, dude. We've been sitting around here."
I would say you're right on time.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that
you're right on
like
time.
30 minutes left.
The next 27 minutes of Sonic Mania.
I don't think I'm going to beat this game, Max.
That's all right.
I feel very bad.
You're getting a good chunk out of it.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm leaving stuff for people to watch on their own. I think we're probably
that's bogus that they have that large gold ring there and it doesn't do it. It's not an actual ring. It's part of the architecture.
I think we're probably going to have like maybe 2 levels left.
Jonathan Moore keeps talking about the Backstreet Boys. Is that something that makes any sense to you, aside from knowing who the Backstreet Boys are? Backstreet Boys are all right. I don't like this dude. He looks like he's up to no good.
It's a real weird boss battle. It can either be like the easiest boss or the hardest one. It's like you can kill him before he even activates that first little thing. But if he does and you don't realize that you have to go into the middle, you die instantly.
You know, the first boss I ever actually beat on my own in a video game, I think was either the woodchuck from the beginning of Donkey Kong Country or the first time you fight Robotnik. I can't remember which. Oof. But there was a certain level of like, oh wow, I did that myself. I'm like,
yeah, I'm great at video games.
That's gross. He's just like climbing oil.
I mean, at that point, like, is that even oil? It's nasty, like purple color. That looks like just puke from a pipe. So this level actually has an interesting mechanic. The longer you play, the more the screen fills up with smog, and you need to hit these little levers in order to clear it up. And if you take too
That's
long,
really cool. It's just, you just suffocate.
well, yeah, not only does your screen get real hard to see, but also you start losing rings.
Now you're in a submarine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a reinterpretation of the whole drowning situation. Going
Yeah.
to air bubbles and whatnot.
Except without anxiety-fueled music and, death.
So I would love to see just, I mean, almost as a sort of an experimentation, what a photorealistic Sonic the Hedgehog game would look like. Just like a hedgehog wearing little shoes, and there's just a huge man trying to kill him with machines, and there are animals everywhere. I think that'd be a good idea. Who would never not want that?
And yes, we're not like I'll if I come across them, I'll go into the big rings, but I refuse to play those goddamn Sonic 3 bonus levels.
Let's see.
I feel like my version of hell, like when I die, and if I go to hell, it would be just endless games of Sonic 3's bonus level.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I think there's really any. I don't think there's any single level that I want to play forever.
Especially not that.
Let's see. Saturated Thread on YouTube says, I just watched the review of this game and heard it took all aspects of past Sonic games, even the bad parts. What do you guys not like so far? That's a good question.
Yeah. Boss battles. Like I said, they're hit and miss. There are some that are great, others that are just kind of annoying to get through. The Sonic 3 bonus stages should have stayed in the past. Other than that, not much. I like these little F-Zero levels. These are cool.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they didn't make that.
Oh, I didn't
Have you doing
know
that drowning stuff, but that is part of Sonic, so you kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I could say, like, I wish there wasn't any water levels, but I'm fine with them existing. I just don't like them personally. I'm gonna need to get some rings! There we go! Oh man, I'll be very happy if I could get all 7 Chaos Emeralds by the end of this stream.
Bolting Mouse 2 says, I hope you guys have a great day. Is the weather great there? I have no idea. I haven't been outside since, like, first night.
I think I'm going the wrong way!
This is weird. This is like an open world.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be going to catch
That's
this.
an odd problem to have in this circumstance. Hey, you got it. Oh, those balls. Lots of orbs.
Oh, go on those rings. Yeah, this one's tricky. There's a lot of shortcuts that I'm not taking that I think I need. Oh no! Game over, man. Game over.
Aw.
That's tough.
Jonathan Moore says, when did you first hear about Sonic? That's a great one. Do you remember the moment that you were like, somebody was like, Sonic the Hedgehog, and you were like, what now?
I don't, man. I feel like Sonic has just always been a part of my life.
I mean, it was also like, you probably heard that, you probably like a kid. It's like a term you heard. You didn't really think about it too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably in 1st or 2nd grade. Somebody was like, I got Sonic Hedgehog, or Sonic, and I was like, what? Huh? He's like, it's like Mario, but he's a hedgehog, and he runs. I'm like, what? Huh?
I feel
don't know,
like
kids are stupid. You don't really process things.
I don't remember for sure, but I feel like Sonic was a packing game for
the
Genesis,
back when they used
so
to do that.
That's probably it. I don't think I heard of it.
It just was
my
there, yeah.
parents bought me a Genesis.
You were like, that's
a
video game.
Yeah.
Play it. I first heard about Crash Bandicoot when they had commercials where a dude in a Crash Bandicoot suit was outside the Nintendo offices with a megaphone.
Yeah,
talking
oh god,
trash.
those are so good.
That was like, I mean, that's looking back on it, that was a great ad campaign.
That was one of my favorite ad campaigns.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we got graphics. We're edgy. It's the 90s.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you know, it worked. Like I totally want a PlayStation 1 because of those ads.
That was, I mean, just video game advertising used to be so cool because video games didn't look great, so of course they're not going to actually show you the game in action. It'd be like, here's a live action sequence of like some guy hanging, like, I mean, the Super Smash Brothers thing where it's a bunch of mascots beating each other up in a field.
Oh yeah, that's also one of my favorites.
Dropper Amia Duke says, I can't read that. Says, have you seen the Sonic 3 music video in the UK that has Jim Sterling in it? I haven't.
What?
Sonic had not Sonic. Jim Sterling had an ongoing beef with Sega for a while. I think it was over. I don't even know. I think it might have been Sonic Colors or Sonic Generations. His review of that. This is back when I worked at Destructoid.
That was BS.
You brought that on yourself.
Nope.
That
should not have happened.
I saw it.
I should have gone into the water. I should have floated for a little. I could have hit the button to go back up. I don't like the bosses in this game, Max.
What about that time you played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine?
That was a good. Like I said,
what about the time that you were in the hovercraft and he was on the ground?
That was okay for that part.
Yeah. What about that weird guy with the wrench?
No, that's not good.
All right, fine. But yeah, Jim had a like a feud with Sega, and they kept screwing with him. They sent him a gigantic, like the kind of banner they put on the side of the building at E3, like this huge thing that was like literally the size of his backyard. They shipped it to his house, which is in like Mississippi somewhere.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, we know you love Sonic, so here's this." And he's like, "I don't love Sonic. Please stop doing this." And the way they settled this big feud was actually at PAX one year when they decided to have a dance-off.
Oh man!
And I don't know if there's anything that got used for this, whatever that Sonic 3 music video was. There might be footage of this online. Jim Sterling had a dance contest with not a member of Sega. Sega hired somebody who'd been a competitor on America's Next Best Dance Crew or whatever. Like, they hired a breakdancer. And so it was in, like, a PAX panel. It was a dance-off between Jim and this dude who was, like, just incredible. And Jim he's a large dude. He's not the best dancer. I think he was also kind of hamming it up. But I think we declared it a tie for some reason. That was a strange time.
And this was when you were at Destructoid?
This was Destructoid, yeah. Immediately prior to the dance contest, we did a different thing with 2K, where it was right before The Darkness 2 came out. And so we had a cake eating contest as though you were in the darkness. And so I was blindfolded and wearing gloves with my hands over my coworker's shoulder. And I had to feed him a cake. He couldn't use his hands, so I had to use my hands to find his mouth, but I was blindfolded. And needless to say, it got incredibly messy. And so when Jim and this dance dude did this big, like, dance-off, there was chocolate cake everywhere.
Dang.
We also threw hamburgers into the audience because it was announced that Mr. Destructoid was in Burger Time World Tour. That was a weird show. That was a weird experience. Did a lot of weird, goofy stuff. Keon Woodard says, "What is your least favorite boss in the game?" Have we seen it yet? Was it that?
I think it was that one.
That last one?
I don't like that boss. Well, yeah, I think it's that one.
You got a life though. That's good.
Yay! Actually, I have plenty of lives on this save,
Okay.
so I'm not worried about that anymore. And I haven't done too bad. I think I died like 3 times.
No, you've been doing great. I'm so glad that I'm not playing. We would be here a while.
Wrong way. Yeah, I like this level a lot. I think
that's very pretty lava.
I'm trying to remember what game.
People are saying Sonic and Knuckles 3, I think.
Oh, Sonic and Knuckles? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I ever beat Sonic and Knuckles. I played a lot of it, but Sonic and Knuckles was a really cool game that had like the blue cart. You remember that?
Oh yeah, where you just like shoved it on top there?
Yeah.
I saw a photo online of somebody who took like everything that had one of those attached to it, like including a Game Genie and then like a Game Shark, and just made this thing that was like 3 feet tall of just cartridges sticking out of one Genesis. I don't think it worked.
Have Sonic and Vector Man.
That was like the first DLC sort of. Like just having like a little physical, like a literal expansion pack, which is like kind of nuts.
Sega had some interesting ideas, man.
Yep.
The VMU
Oh,
Dreamcast
I
is
love that thing.
Such a cool idea.
Yeah, and you had the Chow Garden.
Yeah. It was like a memory card that also worked as like a little handheld that could interact with the game.
Cool idea.
It was like, phone apps before
Exactly.
phones
I
were a
was
thing.
just about to say that. Yeah. Yeah, that's really neat. I was really hoping that we'd see more stuff like that with the Vita when that was a thing that people were doing stuff for. Even just phone apps that are interesting. Those kind of came and went,
Yeah. Oh man. See, when I have this shield, I can't use my cool spin dash. It's sad. Got a cool double jump though. Alright. Going fast. Like I said, when this game hits a rhythm and you're just bouncing and flying through levels, there are few games that can match how good it feels. And we didn't even really talk about how this game controls. I feel like old Genesis Sonic games, Sonic feels kind of heavy. And I think they hit a very nice sweet spot with Mania in terms of making Sonic feel like he's got momentum when he's going fast.
I mean,
but
that's probably related to just the technology. I don't know how you make a Hedgehog run or jump. That's hard. They've been doing it for years, and sometimes they screw it up. It's like, you play a platformer that has bad jumping, and it screws the game up. Like it's not good. So to have like a game that's so dependent on both, speed, but also like traversal is like. Also, like, I feel like in an alternate timeline, this game had lag or something. Like, that's one of those things I was so afraid that it would come out and we're like, how did you screw this up? Because, like, we see that all the time where it's like, here's a game that is made using retro sensibilities. When they made the Silent Hill HD remake, the guys who ported it over removed a bunch of the fog, thinking that it was just like an artifact from like, I don't know, like a bad draw distance or something. And that's like part of the game. And it was like, why would you ever do that? How would that ever be a thing that doesn't work?
Yeah. So I misunderstood what I'm supposed to do for this boss. I thought I was supposed to get him over the fire that burns him, but actually I'm supposed to get him over the rocks so that he breaks the rocks and then the fire hits him. My bad.
I like that it shows you where he's gonna land.
Yeah. Helpful. Oh, get that ring. Thank you, Tails. Tails isn't that bad.
God, this Sonic music is great. I just love the Sega sound card. It makes so many, such different noises from Super Nintendo.
Now, just beat him up. Dead.
You did it. Nice.
I killed him. What are we looking at here? We got 13 minutes.
13 minutes left. We're going to wrap things up.
Right.
Do we have another IGN Plays Live this week?
We don't.
We don't?
This is the only time you're going to
see us. Maybe we can get bored. We can get bored and do something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be weird next week because everyone's going to be gone for Gamescom.
Yeah, next week there's going to be no IGN Plays Live because it's all going to be Gamescom.
We're going to be doing it. It's just we're not going to be doing it live. We're going to be in here playing games and talking to ourselves. But
nope. Until our bosses get mad at us.
Yep. Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about? Let us know in the chat. I'm looking at those chats. Slight lag.
Let us know what you want to talk about, unless it's why do you hate Sonic, IGN?
Yeah. Well, Madav7 on Twitch says, I'm not normally OCD, but these games were always nerve-wracking because I couldn't collect everything and get through a level fast in the same run. It seems like they're designed to leave you wanting more, wanting to go back and get all those blasted rings. I'm totally with you on that. Learning how to not be, obsessive when playing a platformer or something is something I've been trying to be better about as an adult, Because I always am like, oh, I want to get all the coins in Mario, but, that's, I don't know, or all the rings in Sonic, but I don't know. It's not really made for it. It's like, oh. Sometimes you just got to get through it.
Yeah, for sure.
Kanzakage says, why is Tails immortal?
He's not, actually. He can die. He just comes back to life. So he's kind of like the Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
It's a Fox Phoenix.
That's a good, yeah.
But he drowns.
Yeah. Huh. Mostly you can just get out of trouble with the helicopter tail.
Okay, this fire shield.
Guys, we've been not saying bad things about Sonic for the last 2 hours. We've been saying nice things about it. I can't even say. Yeah. David Walker says, "Do you like the Mania soundtrack?" The soundtrack is awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. All right, I'm gonna skip these rings for now. Just focus on keeping an eye.
Just gonna focus on the balls. Anyway.
Shortcuts.
I went to Sonic the Hedgehog's, was it 20th?
The party?
How old is he? He's 25 now? They just had an anniversary. I forget what. Is he 91? It would have been 20th. Yeah, it was 2011.
Was it the party at Comic-Con?
No, it was at E3. This was an old one. This was a while ago.
That party at Comic-Con was a disaster.
Was it?
I watched it on Twitch.
Oh no, what happened?
It was just like their sound was all messed up, and they couldn't fix it for a long time. They played the original like the debut trailer for Sonic Mania without any sound.
Oh, that sucks.
And
yeah, that happened a few times.
I was so embarrassed for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to they had a party at E3 2011 that was like, hey, it's Sonic's 20th birthday, and we're all like, and this was when like Sonic was was really in a pretty bad spot, so it was kind of, and I was also rolling with Destructo, who had like an ongoing beef, but they gave out Sonic the Hedgehog hats, and they, oh, that's horrifying.
But I made a basket.
Yeah. Well, nice.
I made a basket, 3 points.
They
had a hard stage.
They had drinks that were blue with like little red cherries in them, they just looked like Sonic the Hedgehog drinks.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay. They were not good. And they had the dude in the music for the first game come out and play it like live, which was
cool.
Yeah,
Crush 40.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's interesting how the personalities of Sonic depends on whether you're playing the 2D or the 3D Sonic.
Yep.
Like it's a very different feel. Like the soundtrack of the Sonic Adventure games is like very 80s rock kind of feeling to it.
Yep.
And this is straight up jazz.
Yeah, I love how funky the game used to be. I mean, it's also funny because they would still have like aggro like kind of dude bro marketing a lot of the time with old games, but then you'd get into them and they'd have these like funny little sort of funky like disco soundtracks. All right. And then I don't know, they figured out how to make good electric guitar effects.
This song actually kind of makes me think of something that might be in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I can totally hear that. I love the Donkey Kong soundtrack.
Awesome.
My favorite.
Yeah, stomp those dinos!
It's a huge pair of shoes to wear in the mag.
You actually get an achievement for doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are the achievements like?
They're fun.
Scattered out in this.
They're fun. They're for doing things that you like might not even know that you can do.
Huh.
Like earlier, I got a thing for like I knocked the end level signpost up in the air a couple times.
Nice.
And if you do that enough, you get little secret power-ups from the ground.
Huh.
And so I got one for hitting 2 of them. That was kind of cool.
I always love it. I think on one of the systems I play on, I have achievements just turned off, and so I'll like play a game for a while, and then I'll like on my PS4, I'll like look at the kind of main home screen, and it'll be like, you have 8% of the trophies, and I'm like, I did what now? Like, what did I do? And I'll go through it, and I'll be like, I certainly did do that. I don't know how, but you know.
What's our time looking like?
We've got about 5 minutes left when we're winding things down. Prince Nico Rasu says, Sonic awesome as hell, but this game kind of leaves grim expectations for Sonic Forces. I don't think so. These are different teams. Yeah, this is like different people working on them. I think if anything, this game indicates that they're trying to basically please like old school and modern Sonic fans at the same time without trying to push everything into one box, you know?
Yeah, like I said, I think there's room in the world for both 2D and 3D Sonic.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I would put it kind of in the same category is like the fact that Nintendo was like, "Hey, we're working on Metroid Prime 3. Shut up and stop, or 4 or whatever. Stop asking." But then they were also like, "Also, by the way, here's Metroid for 3DS. You can play it on the side as well as the other version." I don't like this guy at all.
Yeah,
I do like that
a rabid ladybug.
I do like that he's got the ladybug though. That's a really good touch. It's just he's got way too much going on here.
Aye. Come on. What are you gonna do? We got one ring. Gotta be careful here. Dead. All right. I think we can do one more level.
Hey guys, just before we wind things down, we don't hate Sonic. Some people at IGN don't like Sonic, and they were being hyperbolic. Don't think like no one's trying to get Sonic except for Dr. Robotnik. We did have a guy who worked here who looked like Dr. Robotnik, but he's left. He doesn't work here anymore.
I love me. Yeah, I think after this level, there's one more, and then that's the end of the game. So you've pretty much seen the majority of the game here. Once again, you can play as both, or you can play as Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
Good.
So there's a good amount of replay value. There's a competition mode, which I haven't really messed around with, for 2 players.
I'm sure speedrunners are going to eat this up.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to see what the speedrunners can do with this. I played a whole bunch of this game before it came out. You know, we had access to the game early, and I played feverishly until I was able to secure the number one rank on the leaderboard for the first level, and I ended up beating it in like 49 seconds.
That was really cool right there.
Yeah.
Jumping between.
Yeah, I really like it.
Or whatever.
If you look on the Xbox leaderboards, you can see IGN Ed's somewhere in like the 50s now. The game's out.
Yeah.
All the good people have it. Or all the really good people. But yeah, this is a game that I love. I love the challenge of trying to improve upon your scores. It's always fun to try to go faster.
That's really weird to see Sonic that small.
Yeah.
He looks weird being that little.
Yeah, and like we've been through most of the levels already, and you can see no 2 levels are even close to being similar. They all have.
They've got a ton of variety here.
They all have their own little gimmicks, their own little things that set them apart. There's such great variety in these levels. I would go so far to say that I think Sonic Mania is probably the best 2D Sonic out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it really takes the best of what works from the traditional 2D Genesis Sonic games, adds a modern feel to them.
Yeah, this is awesome. Look at this.
And it makes the game control really well.
Man. It's such a bummer because IGN said that Sonic was never good, but now he is.
Look
so
at that.
we're gonna have to take a minute and really just think about it. If he's great now, then what do we do? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we gave this an 8.7 out of 10. Yeah. I'm really curious about Forces. I want to see what that's like. I've seen like little bits of it in action. I mostly just really want to make
Smash Tricks.
Me as an animal.
I feel like this is a new take on an old Sonic boss. I think this is probably where we're gonna wrap after this guy.
Yeah, when you beat it, we're gonna wind things down. Official Fly Panic asks, so would you say this is a step in the right direction for Sonic? I enjoyed a few of the modern Sonic games, but I'm glad that there's something for us old schoolers. I think that's what the step in the right direction is, the fact that they're making something for old school fans and newer fans.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. You just, I don't know. Like,
I mean, I feel like I've said that a Sonic game. Oh no! Dang it! How much time we got?
We got 1 minute left. Yeah. Can you do it?
Let me try to beat this boss, and then we'll finish it. It shouldn't take more than like a minute and a half.
The Ultra Fusion says, do the people that hated Sonic still work for IGN? No, I've actually got some horrible news. They were all killed in an explosion.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was very tragic. So, you know, they had some outlandish views, but they all exploded. So, yeah.
Condolences.
Yeah. So I mean, you know,
Thoughts and
maybe just think about that before you leave mean comments on IGN. There are constantly explosions here. Very, very upsetting.
Where you gonna be? Where you gonna be? There you are. All right.
Everyone is telling you how to. Yeah, you just did it. Or did you?
Are they telling me how to beat the boss?
Everyone's like, stand anywhere but there, and it's like, dude, there's a lag. I don't. That doesn't help us in main. Oh.
Stand anywhere but there.
I know. You weren't kidding about getting squished.
Yeah, getting squished sucks.
And if you've got actual hedgehogs that are being a nuisance at home, squish them. Get huge metal shoes. Go walking in the yard. I think probably the worst thing I found out about hedgehogs is that they eat bugs. They love grubs and stuff.
That's so sad to know.
It's just a little bit. I don't know. I think they eat like nuts and berries, but no, they like to just rip open. Get in there with little teeth. Anyway, we're going to wind things down. Thank you guys for joining us. This is IGN Plays Live. I'm Max Scoville. This is Mitchell Saltzman. Mitchell, you like Sonic?
I like Sonic a lot.
And you like Sonic Mania?
I like Sonic Mania so much.
Good. Yeah, so that's coming out. Is that out today?
Yeah, it's out today.
Out in the wild, so go check it out. That's Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and it's coming to PC in the near future. Oh, we went very fast. We did it. IGN Plays Live will not be returning anytime later this week. But next week, Gamescom is happening, and we'll hopefully get another look at Sonic Forces. I don't know if they've announced anything, but it is a
I feel like it's pretty safe that we'll get a look at it.
Gaming show. So stick around, IGN. We have lots of stuff coming up. We do stuff really all the time. And on that note, have a good one.